So shimmy out, shimmy yeah. We could unwind if you just let me. Shimmy out, shimmy yeah. Bump it and grind, let's go the way. Shimmy out.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you guys saw in the last video, I just got the Toyota Soarer back from paint, which has been a super long 4-month process, and it's finally done. We did full House of Colors Brandywine Candy, and just right now in the sun, you can kind of see it poking through. It's hard to see with the glare, so I'll use my polarizer here. But the candy definitely loves the sun, and it looks beautiful. But that is not the reason why we are here today. If you guys recognize the area, this is my friend Chance's shop, aka Tailored Motorsports, where I got this car bagged around, I would say, 2 weeks from now last year. So like early September, we started bagging the car here, and we got all of that stuff set up and got the car where it is today in terms of sitting on the ground, and it looks phenomenal. But over the entire 4-month process of getting this car painted, something happened along the way where one of the wiring bits started to malfunction, and now I'm having issues with my air suspension, as well as the manifold has also shit the bed. And the manifold is pretty much the computer for the whole air suspension system. So I'm here because we want to redo the trunk setup, and I've been talking about that for quite some time. I think I brought it up back in like January, February of earlier this year, and we are finally going to go ahead and do that because it's been slowly leaking out of a couple of the fittings, and we just want to get that fixed. And I also miss having a full trunk that I can use and utilize, because the trunk setup that I currently have takes up the whole trunk. So we are here at Tailored Motorsports with the Soarer, and we are going to make the air suspension better again. Alright, Chance, so this was yours trunk setup, and it looks a little different now.
It looks a lot different now.
So it's had a quite a big makeover, kind of disassembling it through the whole process. We had gone over the car a little bit earlier this week and just kind of trying to figure out where the problem was in the harness, and we believe that the problem is up here where we ran the harness. It went under a trim piece over here, and we believe the wire is shorted out somewhere, which keeps popping a fuse. But throughout that whole process, we kind of dissected the trunk and changed out the compressors and stuff, and it still worked fine, so it wasn't the compressors. This thing's gonna get a complete makeover, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be nice. So it's not gonna be anything that you're gonna see up top. We'll have a little window for you to be able to see the actual setup, but the main thing that I want out of this is, one, be able to have a perfectly functioning air setup where I'm not popping fuses or I'm not leaking from lines and stuff like that, and two, having room in my trunk again. And this setup has worked very well for the time that I've had it, but over the time of it being at the body shops and not being used a lot and just being aired up, down for 4 months, the manifold, the computer for it went, and it just kept leaking worse and worse. So I'm very, very, very happy that we're going to be completely doing this over again, and it'll be worth it. So worth it. So I'm pumped about this, and it's going to be rad. So what's kind of like the idea that we kind of have going on here? Because I know we have the new manifold, we have the new compressor, all that stuff came in, and we have 2 tanks coming on Tuesday, you said?
Yeah, so we have two 2-gallon seamless tanks coming in.
Yeah.
And the whole plan is basically build a box in the spare tire well.
Right.
That'll be where the hard line setup is and everything. We're gonna mount the tanks to the side of that box, and then we're gonna have a beauty panel over the top with
Right.
a see-through window, basically.
Yeah.
So you can see the setup.
So it's honestly, it sounds pretty, I don't want to say easy, but compared to what we went through the first time, I mean, you've done a lot of setups since mine.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a lot easier to put in and take out, because that wasn't, I mean, this was really the first big setup.
Right.
And that won't, I started to develop different things and different methods over the time.
Yeah.
You know, so I think this setup will be a lot better and cleaner as well.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm very, very happy that we're about to do this. So we're just gonna start taking the whole setup apart and just get everything dissected, and then we'll go from there. So everything is out of the trunk and up here. So we have both of my compressors, which we disconnected one of them and only ran one to make sure that it wasn't my compressors that was causing the fuse to blow, which it wasn't. So there's definitely some wiring issue somewhere. We put saran over the paint and everything so nothing gets scratched up. But yeah, all this stuff is taken out. Look at all the sawdust in here. That's my fault though. I kind of rushed you at the end of the last one, just because it was, we kept trying with that hardline setup, how intricate it was, and at that point I was just kind of like, all right, let's just get it done. So we kind of just busted ass and got it done and kind of made a mess a little bit, but it's okay. All this stuff is coming out, and we're gonna clean up the inside of the trunk, and then this is kind of where our head is going for the panel, where you'll be able to see this through the inside of the trunk. So I'll have all my hard lines just kind of ran out flat in a nice intricate way, and it'll be super easy, super simple, and shouldn't take long at all. But this is not my new manifold. Mine is in this box, I believe, but this is the idea where we're going, and it should be really, really cool. Okay, so trunk's completely taken apart, cleaned, all that stuff. Right now we are going to take the hardwood, which you guys remember in that part of that video, we used hardwood to kind of make the floor. I mean, it's all dirty, disgusting from the paint stuff, but we're gonna use this to make our template for the MDF and go from there. So basically everything's gonna be, is stuff gonna be mounted to this, or is this gonna be kind of like the cover for everything?
no, stuff won't be mounted to here. It'll just this will just be like the cover panel.
The cover for the top. Oh, and this will have the hole in it with the what is it? Plexiglass or?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Lexan. Yep.
Lexan, that's what it is. Yeah, so this will be like the main piece. It'll have a Lexan square cut out in the middle of it, so you can see the manifold and everything like that. And then these will just be cut separate to kind of complete the whole trunk. And we're going with factory look. We're not doing hardwood anymore. We have fabric that matches the trunk, so we're gonna wrap all this stuff in that fabric and just have a nice OEM look with a nice Lexan window to see all the mechanical stuff going on. But it should be cool, and we're already getting to cracking. We'll get all this stuff cut out and see where we're at. My fellow Tuck friend has just arrived. How happy are you now that you're talking?
I'm so happy. This is This is the happiest I've ever been, to be honest with you. I'm so happy.
Last night I was at Thompson at the Drift event just hanging out with people, and then I went back to our friend's shop in Webster, and they were working on Brett's car, getting camber arms put in the back so that he can finally fit these BBSs the right way. And now he's fitting them very nicely, and he's as low as he can possibly go.
Oh, nice quarter panel, Brett. I know.
All right, so the trunk is cut out and we're not doing the hardwood anymore, so this is what everything looks like. We did 3 pieces, same as the hardwood, just in MDF, so it's a lot stronger and it'll look more factory when there's fabric over it. So 1 piece, big centerpiece, smaller side piece, and the Lexan window will be in the middle of this one. But we're just kind of going over everything right now and measuring stuff to make sure that the idea that we have will actually fit, because we don't want to mess that up. I don't know what else to say, but we're just going to take stuff out. So now that we have this in here, it kind of gives me a better understanding of what we're trying to do. So the box will be kind of built up just to under where the MDF sits, and then the Lexan will go over the top, and then the gap in between here will be where the tanks sit, and the tanks will probably poke out maybe 1 inch from the top of the MDF, so the MDF will get kind of trimmed around to fit the tanks. So with everything on and the fabric over it, you'll have a Lexan window to see the manifold and all the hard lines and stuff, and then there will be 2 cutouts on either side that the tanks will just kind of poke out of just a little bit. So it'll be pretty cool. But we are actually gonna head out. I'm gonna leave Chance to this stuff, and we'll be back here very soon to go over all this stuff. But we have a car meet to go to in Boston. It's Boston, so we're gonna go look at cars.
Gotta go see Daddy Steve.
Yeah, let's go see Daddy Steve. So we just got here. This is called the Collective. It's like a private car show event thing, and it's a very exclusive event. And our friends at Beast Coast, they host quite a few of them every year. So we just like to come here, hang out, and unfortunately my car's not here, but it is what it is.
You can very easily fucking take it off.
That's true. Imagine if someone took it off.
Put these on your Passat, dude.
Dude, practically the same car. Practically the same car.
Steve was just live streaming that Mustang with AEM stickers and NOS stickers and Blitz stickers and a wing on it and everything. It was amazing, but I'm just gonna walk around and just film cars that I like. Last time that I was here, I did that anamorphic video, which I loved, but this time I'm just here to chill. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Wait.
Alright guys, so it is the next day. I've just kind of been spending the day editing. I had a couple projects that I have to get done by the end of the week, but figured I would go to the shop because I have a couple friends that are going over there, and it's really good to take a break from editing every now and then. I tend to do a lot of it for outside work, and you can just get burnt out very quickly. So I'm gonna head to the shop. I have a strange hankering to take the Subaru out into the woods, so we'll see if we'll do that. But either way, I'm just excited to go hang at the shop for a bit. And we're doing some stuff to my friends' cars too, so it should be fun. Oh yeah. Chris is having an overheating issue with his Volkswagen, and we're trying to figure it out. Not entirely sure what it is, but alright, so we figured out Pierce's coolant thing. He just, I think it was like something to do with the concentrate. He put just concentrate in without knowing, so we just diluted it, and now the car is fine. But we came here because I feel like sending this thing through the woods, and it'd be a lot of fun. So, God, this thing is disgusting. This thing needs a fucking wash. But she's a ripper, so. Let's see if this thing even actually, I see no lights, so I'm skeptical. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing. So we were gonna go in the woods, but we have like absolutely zero gas, so we're gonna try and get this thing to the gas station and then go to the woods, and then we can have some fun.
Mike, this is the best car you've ever owned.
Fuck off. It makes me think that too. Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Keep going. There's no sense.
Oh, that's a big
This thing takes like a champ.
Hi, could I get a Baconator meal? Sprite. Strawberry lemonade. What do you want? Do you guys want anything?
I'm good. Okay.
We're all good. Thank you.
Pierce, stop with the Cheez-Its.
Alright, so we planned on taking the Subaru through the woods, but when we came back from Wendy's it was pretty much dark, so I just pulled it back in and that was it. But that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm very excited to be able to have trunk space again in the Soarer, and it kind of sucks that I got it back a week ago and then I immediately sent it back out to get work done. But in the in the end, I'll be a lot happier, and I'll be able to use my trunk again, and I won't have leaks or wiring issues or anything like that. So I'm stoked on that, and hopefully within the next 2 days or so, we'll be able to go back and see the trunk setup fully finished, and I can take the car back, and that would be awesome. And towards the end of this week, I have something coming for the Civic, like I said, and it's gonna be really cool. Pierce! I'm almost done. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.